is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is SnakeMCGaming here, and today we start a brand new series. Yay! It's something I've been cooking up for quite some time, so I decided, hey, let's get her done. So as you may have already seen, judging from the title of this video, it's the beginning of my brand new Top 5 series. The show where I tell you my top 5 favorite things in a specific category of my choosing or yours. So today I figured, since this is the maiden voyage of Top 5, that I would start off with something we all know and love very, very much. Video games. So without further ado, let's get into the countdown. Oh, and by the way, major spoiler alert ahead. The Last of Us is an action-adventure survival horror game developed by Naughty Dog and published by Sony Computer Entertainment. Released originally on June 14, 2013 and later released with a remastered edition for the PlayStation 4 on July 29, 2014. The player takes control of a man named Joel, voiced by the amazing Troy Baker. Joel is a single father of a 12-year-old daughter named Sarah. That is until an outbreak of a mutant cordyceps virus thingamajigger ravages the United States, transforming its human hosts into cannibalistic monsters. Now, the outbreak forces Joel, his brother Tommy, and Sarah to flee the chaos, during which time Sarah is shot by a soldier sent to stop the fungus from spreading. Sarah dies in Joel's arms.
Shit. Sarah. Move your hands, babe. I know, baby, I know. God. Listen to me, I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. Alright, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby, I know it hurts. Come on, baby, please. I know, baby, I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. 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 Please. Please don't. Please.
The bulk of the game takes place about 20 years later, with most of the civilian people destroyed by the infection, survivors living in heavily policed quarantine zones, independent settlements, or among nomadic groups of people. Joel, now a smuggler, is hired along with his friend Tess to sneak Ellie, a teenage girl and one of the game's central characters, out of their quarantine zone into a hospital facility owned by the Fireflies, a rebel-like group dedicated to finding a cure for the infection plaguing mankind. I should point out that Ellie, played by Ashley Johnson, is immune to this infection, having been bit by an infected and not transforming into the mutated beasts that most everyone else has become. So throughout the rest of the game, Joel and Ellie are mostly alone, traversing across the states, meeting people along the way, forming friendships, and suffering losses. But through it all, a close relationship develops between the two main characters, one mirroring the closeness that Joel once had with his daughter before her death. So this game makes it on my list because of its extremely fun gameplay, its intense graphics and environment, and I'm talking intense graphics especially for PlayStation 3, but above all, the quintessential reason this game is on this list is the story that it tells. It is magnificently written. You truly feel the love between Joel and Ellie blossom throughout the course of the game, and by the end, you come to love and care for Ellie just as much as Joel himself. So, I'm not going to spoil the ending of the game for you. It's worth a play, and I highly recommend it. That's why it's number 5. So anyone who has followed my channels knows that I spend most of my time playing Minecraft. a sandbox independent game originally created by Swedish programmer Marcus Notch Persson, and later developed and published by the Swedish company Mojang. The creative and building aspects of Minecraft enable players to build constructions out of textured cubes in a 3D, procedurally generated world. But Minecraft isn't all about building. There's an aspect of survival, fending off mobs like skeletons and spiders and zombies, as well as farming for food or hunting down the various animals in-game. But by far, the biggest draw for Minecraft, at least from my perspective, are the servers. Countless amounts of them exist, from minigames to prison servers. You can do anything from playing vanilla survival with your friends to hunting down and killing them in a simulated Hunger Games style game. The possibilities of the things you can do in Minecraft are limited only by your imagination. It's the biggest reason I love the game, and why it's on this list. I spend most of my time playing it. I'm even staff of a server on Minecraft, and I think it's safe to say that some of the people I've met have become some of the closest friends I have ever had. So if you haven't played Minecraft, then I don't know what you're doing with yourself, but you should get it and give it a try, because it is great, and I guarantee you, at the very least, you might come out making some pretty good friends. Now this game is pretty new, I know, but damn is it awesome. The Batman Arkham Knight is a 2015 action-adventure game developed by Rocksteady Studios and published by Warner Bros. Interactive Entertainment. It is a direct sequel to Batman Arkham City, which was released in 2011. The game's main story takes place a year after the events of Arkham City. Batman, still suffering from the Joker's death in Arkham City, now confronts the Scarecrow, who has launched an attack on Gotham City, causing a city-wide evacuation, aided by the mysterious Arkham Knight, who seems to have some kind of connection to Batman's past. The Scarecrow unites Batman's greatest foes in a plot to finally destroy him. Nothing about this game is bad, in my opinion. A smooth combat system originally started in the series' first installment, Batman Arkham Asylum, has been made that much better in this game. You move faster, hit harder, and basically feel like an all-around badass as you easily take down a group of 20 or more thugs. However, combat isn't the only focus on this game. The stealth abilities, as well as utilizing Batman's detective skills and gadgets, are all key to completing this game successfully. Now, one thing I can't forget to include is the newest gameplay addition to the Arkham series, the Batmobile. While I've read many different articles with many different feelings about the use of the Batmobile in this game, I for one find it highly enjoyable. Driving it around the streets of Gotham is very satisfying and something I think any Arkham fan has been waiting for since Arkham Asylum dropped all those years ago. The combat in the Batmobile is just as smooth and seamless as fighting on foot, transforming the already tank-like car into a cannon-powered, not-so-death machine with just the press of a button, neutralizing enemies with stun rounds or blowing up unmanned remote-controlled tanks with the cannon. It's all very satisfying and once again makes you feel like quite the badass. And let's not forget the various amounts of upgrades you not only have for the Batman's many gadgets, but as well as the Batmobile, making you and your tank that much more powerful. One more thing is I can't overlook the story. It is amazing. The Scarecrow is most definitely a worthy opponent, and the way this game portrays him fits perfectly with the Scarecrow's personality. And of course, an Arkham game wouldn't be fit without something to do with the Joker. I won't tell you what it is, but it's pretty awesome. Not to mention that ever-mysterious Arkham Knight, a character that, if anyone playing is a fan of the comics, brings a satisfying new twist to the world of Rocksteady's Arkham series. So, gameplay, amazing. Story, amazing. Did I mention the graphics? Once again, amazing. Any Batman fan who hasn't already played this should definitely do so. I doubt you'll be disappointed. Okay, so this one might seem a bit obvious, but I couldn't do a top 5 video games of all time video and not include Ocarina of Time. This game is literally my childhood. Players take control of Link, a young Kokiri boy who doesn't realize that he has a bigger destiny on his hands. But I won't bore you with the details. If you don't already know the plot behind Ocarina of Time, well, for shame. This game is on my list because, well, it's a damn good game. I can't tell you how many times I've replayed and replayed and replayed and replayed this game. It got to the point where I could beat the first 3 dungeons as young Link in less than half an hour. Pretty impressive, I know. The gameplay is fun, and about as smooth as one could expect from a Nintendo 64 game. The graphics for back then were amazing to my young, innocent little eyes. It truly is one of the first games that I can remember staying up for countless hours playing, desperate to discover every single nook, every cranny that the game had to offer. And for that reason alone, it had to be at the number 2 spot on my list. Now, before we get to my final pick, it's time for a few honorable mentions. So, you remember when I told you that I played Ocarina of Time over and over and over again? Well, the only game I have ever played as much as that, in fact, more than that, is Metal Gear Solid, the original version for the PlayStation. So, Metal Gear Solid is an action-adventure stealth game developed by Konami Computer Entertainment Japan and first published by Konami in 1998. The game itself was directed, produced, and co-written by Hideo Kojima, and serves as a sequel to the MSX2 versions of Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which Kojima also directed. Fun fact, by the way, the suffix solid in Metal Gear Solid has several meanings, as it not only references the protagonist, Solid Snake, but also alludes to the solid 3D graphics and its placement as the third title in the series. Metal Gear Solid follows Solid Snake, a soldier who infiltrates a nuclear weapon facility to neutralize the terrorist threat from Foxhound, a renegade special forces unit. Snake must liberate 2 hostages, head of DARPA and the president of major arms manufacturer, confront the terrorists, and stop them from launching a nuclear strike. Not to mention fighting the epic Metal Gear X at the end of the game. Oh, what fun that was. This game has spawned numerous sequels, prequels, and even spin-offs, including several games, a radio drama, comics, and novels. But throughout all of those sequels, something about the original Metal Gear has always stuck out in mind. Perhaps it was the countless hours I spent playing and replaying the game, just to see all the special things you can unlock just by beating a game that one more time. Perhaps it was the epic story, put together by Hideo Kojima that, for a young mind, was rather complicated yet somehow drew me in even more. Perhaps it was all those moments when you could take a peek at Meryl in her underwear just to explore your more pervy side. Or perhaps it was the fun, stealthy gameplay, which is something I like in a game. Something more than just the usual tap and kill action that a lot of games put forth nowadays. This game put a stealth game to the test. If you weren't good at being stealthy in this game, you were in a very hard time. Come to think of it, the stealth was almost just as hard. This game is just hard, but one of those satisfying kind of hards. You know, the kind where when you get to the end you feel accomplished, like you achieved something great and you came out on the other side perhaps a little battered and bruised, but better for having experienced it. All in all, to me, this game is a representation of what games ought to be. Graphically, it was amazing for its time. The gameplay was fun and offered different options for the player to take in completing his goals. A rich story with fun and well drawn out characters, a main character that is easy to sympathize with and relate to, even though most of us would probably never go through the things he does in the first place. Some of the most memorable boss battles I have ever played come from this game, Metal Gear X being one, Sniper Wolf is a great example of another. I could go on all day about how amazing this game is, but if you haven't played it already, I highly suggest you do. Yes, the graphics don't exactly hold up these days, but remember, this was pretty early on in the original PlayStation days, and regardless of the graphics, this game is absolutely phenomenal, and it deserves all the love and attention it has received. Play this game. Well, there you have it, folks, my top 5 favorite video games of all time. I hope you enjoyed watching this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Got any opinion on my picks? Leave a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what your top 5 favorite games are. Have an idea for a top 5 category you'd like for me to do? Also post a comment down below. So anyways, don't forget to leave a like. Makes me super duper happy. And if you haven't already, please click the subscribe button to view the rest of my content. And as always, guys, have a great day, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.